The lights, cameras, people screaming your name, fame, money, mansions, and the fast cars. This is the life I have achieved from YouTube. I am driving a golden supercar, and all you lot are watching from home broke. You can hate on me all you want, but none of you can stop me.
Stop the video. This boy is not even driving this car. You are not famous. Niko, Omilana bread.
The Indian man from my dream was right. I'm not famous. Not famous yet.
Niko, my friend, this Sunday, me and Jay are sneaking into the BAFTAs. If you come in, buy yourself a suit and bring George.
The BAFTAs. This is the UK's biggest award show. It's basically our version of the Oscars, and sneaking into this would not be easy, but if you don't think it's possible, then you've never heard of the Zach and Jay show. These guys can sneak into anywhere. Countless massive events, national TV, and now the BAFTAs. But it would not be easy, so we needed to meet up and make a plan. I mean, we were talking for a long time. You see me there wearing that beautiful blue NDL hoodie. You can buy it from the link in the description. But after hours of speaking, we were finally ready for the big day. We are en route, the BAFTAs. Today we achieved greatness, George. Are you confident? That's the question.
I have confidence in your ability.
Shut up. No.
I'm confident.
Okay, sorry. Say again.
I'm confident in your ability to finesse your way in, yes.
Thank you. I'm far from confident in your ability. I guess all that's left to do now is to meet Zach and Jay using a really sick transition. A wild Zach and Jay in the distance.
Congratulations to the nominee. Well deserved.
So, I guess, what's the plan now?
You're lucky with the weather, you know. We got out of the taxi 2 minutes
And
ago.
it's raining. This man would rather talk about the weather than the plan. So let me tell you guys. This is the Royal Albert Hall, and we're gonna walk around the back and attempt to go in as employees. Something I know all too well. We spotted on Instagram that employees working on the site had green wristbands. So Mr. Zach Allsop just so happened to bring those exact same ones.
Man, I just look like a nonce with this hair, I swear down.
I was being honest when I said these guys were professionals. And if that worked, we'd go in, hide for like 2 hours, and hopefully get on that red carpet. So the question is, who was going first?
So we're sending George, cameraman, in his bait. And
As funny as it would be watching George quiver around his bait, it would definitely ruin everything and get us all arrested. For that reason, we sent Jamie in first. Goodbye!
Farewell, my friend.
So Jamie walked in and he was met with multiple members of security guarding the entrance. But guess what? It worked!
One sec. I need to find a safe spot. No.
This guy's serious. Oh my. All he did was tell them he was working for the event and they gave him a special wristband. The plan could not fail at this point. Alright, I'm thinking, should I go for it? Should I just go for it now? Alright guys, peace out. See you in a bit. NDL. Okay, looks like I'm up. Oh my gosh. Just going straight for him, my friends. Is this the right entrance?
No, I think it's not the right entrance.
Turns out I walked in the wrong door and almost messed everything up for everyone. But I quickly corrected my mistake and I was in. I snuck into the BAFTAs and it was that easy. You know where the toilets are?
Yeah, you can say that.
I was just chilling there in the toilets having the time of my life. Jamie then came down to meet me and we went off and explored. We found a bar, I got myself some coke and we got off our heads. I have zero confidence in George. I guarantee he's been sent away and he's outside. Zero confidence. The problem was we had zero messages from George and Zach, but it turns out the two of them had actually found each other and Zach literally filmed George having a pee. What a freak! George is having a pee in a public toilet. Disgusting guy. But George was so angry about this, he ran off and left Zach for dead, even though Zach didn't have a phone. George then came up, found us, and then filled us in with what happened. And it's safe to say, he was fuming.
I
I actually needed the toilet, so I went to the toilet, standing there, and he puts a GoPro on there, so I'm pretty sure
We continued to wait to see if Zach would find us. We were just sat there chilling on our table. Big troll. But Zach wasn't even looking for us. Instead, he was stood in the toilet with his trousers down. I mean, what is he even trying to do here? But we legit had all these famous people, I think they're famous, standing up, while we were just sat down, and we weren't even meant to be there. It's a complete violation. Okay, we've been sat down long enough. We're thinking now, red carpet. What are you saying?
Red carpet.
George agrees. We'll hurry up and finish that popcorn, and then we will begin. While we waited for George to finish his food, me and Jamie did some exploring, and we went inside the Royal Albert Hall. We're out here in the stage arena. Would you like to be in my vid?
Oh, well, right, let's do that.
Hey man, what's good? What's up?
The only thing that needs to be up is that like button. So please press the thumbs up button right now. That's right, press it now or I'll come for you. Thank you. You can continue the video now.
We had got into the hall and only one thing remained. The red carpet. If we could get there, we would be walking amongst the stars, such as Letitia Wright, Brad Cooper, that Donnie from Game of Thrones, Ramel, I don't care. Who cares? That guy from Game of Thrones is there, and I must meet him. So we headed to the red carpet. Just down here. Great. And look where we are. Red carpet. We made it, boy. Now, we may have made it to the red carpet, but we weren't outside. But the problem was there was tons of security marking the entrance. Should we go out? That's just what. No. I don't think so, because look, scanners on the red carpet. What? No. The scanners. Look, which means there is 0 points. I never usually do this, but I had lost hope. But when all else fails, if you act like you know what you're doing, nobody will question it. So in honor of our missing brother, Zach Alsop, we walked towards the light, ready to risk it all. We made it. And of course, we weren't successful. We were on the red carpet, partying. Yes, party. Woo, woo, woo. I don't know what I'm going to fill this up with, but I really enjoyed my time on the red carpini. But then I met my idol. That is the guy from Game of Thrones, and I still can't believe I met him. I got a picture with the one person I wanted to meet. I may look calm right here, but I can assure you on the inside I was screaming like a little fanboy. But that's not it. The plan was now to go and walk in front of the paparazzi to truly have the red carpet experience. Jamie was in the line for it and I headed to join him, but while I was there I just had to promote the movement. Excuse me. Is it alright, yeah, sure. What's up, man? Pick up the NDL. There you go. Now, while me and this man were having such a great time, George got stopped. I mean, I literally left him for 30 seconds and he got stopped.
Hello, sir. Can I see your pass?
I've got this one.
Can I see your passport? You know you're not allowed down there.
Yeah, I know.
Now, obviously, George gave in quite easily here, so you guys probably think George got escorted away by some 7-foot-tall security guard. Well, miraculously, Zach Alsop suddenly appeared, and he somehow got a shot of George being taken away. And he was taken away by a small, elderly lady. I will never understand how George let this happen. George, why didn't you just run away? Shut up! Shut up! You are a disgrace! You're a disgrace. You make me feel sick, George. And right here, there's an elderly. You should have just punched her and ran off. And then I caught up with Zach and he informed me on what happened.
It's me and he was being escorted out.
George got escorted out?
By the way, I've been by myself for the past however long.
Yeah, we haven't seen you, man.
I've been literally not having a clue what's going on. Where is everyone? What have you been doing?
While me and Zach were having a lovely catch up, they closed down the red carpet.
Folks, make your way inside, please. It's about to be locked down, thank you.
We had no choice but to leave out of the side exit, and meanwhile, George was being interrogated.
So where are you meant to be working this evening?
The stage.
The stage?
Yeah.
You're meant to be working on the stage?
Yeah.
Catering staff are working on the stage.
Yeah.
Doing what?
The job.
I haven't seen you do any work this evening. We've been watching you all evening walking around. Watching you CCTV.
Okay.
Now, as you could probably tell, George is finished, and he knew it too as he sent Jamie a text saying he was caught.
You went, it's George, I'm finished. You got him.
George is gone.
What's your name?
David.
David
Thompson.
David Thompson, okay. You're not authorised to be here. I'll call the police.
Then the police called up George's phone, which I had, and I bugged out and hung up immediately. Then we all ducked out.
Reports are just in. Police are involved.
Why is the police calling up this phone?
Because George is giving him
back. Hello?
The police, don't hang up.
Okay, okay. Yeah, has George been formally arrested?
No, he hasn't.
Okay, alright, I'll see him later then. I had no intention of seeing the police, and luckily they had no idea who I was, so I was absolutely fine.
We've got your phone. We'll find out where you live. We'll go down there and we'll track you down, and if your parents are there, even better or worse.
Wait, okay, why am I being tracked down?
Because you were a trespasser in a building in which you shouldn't have been.
It was time for me to leave George for dead.
We're in the escape car. Quick, jump in, jump in. Go, 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 go.
After a bit of time chilling in the Uber, the police called me up again and I was finally able to speak to George.
Come down here now. And just speak that you'll let us both walk.
Wait, okay, so he's saying if I go down there, he'll let us both walk. Let me hear Philip.
I just need him to go. And either he's got to go to a police station or he's going out with you.
Okay.
Either way, I need you here to take him away.
It was time for me to single-handedly save the day like the legend I am and go back to rescue George. We all got out of the Uber and the plan was, yeah, rescue George. George, I'm coming for you. George, I'm there. Leaving these guys now. Right, going to rescue George.
Got this, yeah?
All right, peace out, my friends. I'm about to get in trouble.
Niko's just went back to save George. Basically, the police are detaining George.
So now I'm going back to rescue my friend from the police.
Why is it?
So he got caught.
Oh,
yeah. Then when I arrived, the police called me. Hello?
Are you here?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's here. My colleague's going to come down and just approach you. Now you'll bring you inside, alright?
Okay. I just want to say now, the police lied to me. They didn't bring me inside. I was literally waiting outside for 2 hours while they questioned me.
Here with?
Yeah, I'm George.
No, anyone else?
No, I came over with George.
What name did you sign in under?
My name was Ringside. And they had me waiting all this time just so I could get formally kicked out by the event organisers.
Hi, Niko, I'm head of any crime at the Royal Albert Hall. You have trespassed here unauthorised on the premises this evening. As a result of that, we are permanently excluding you from the venue.
Okay, I'm Director of Production at BAFTA, and you are also excluded from all future BAFTA events, whether here or any other venue. That's here.
Okay, wait, so this is my last time.
Wait out there, your turn.
Okay, alright. Peace. Okay, so this is now my final time on the BAFTA property. I will never return. That was my final time on BAFTA property. You got anything you want to say? Hello. I just want to say suck your mum BAFTAs and follow Niko on Instagram. Follow him now. Do it and like the video. And then me and George were reunited. Welcome back, George. I came back and rescued you.
Yeah, you're too right. I thought you were going to leave me there.
You got caught. How'd you get caught?
I was standing, you walked off.
Yeah?
I stood, turned around, and a woman was there, and then she just took me, and that was it. I didn't have a choice.
George, you did have a choice. We can all clearly see you willingly let her take you away, and now we are banned. So how do you feel about the BAFTAs?
I didn't want to go anyway.
And neither do I. So as a message to the BAFTAs, me and George do not need you or your tired looking award. We have the grocery store, and that is enough for us. So please make sure you like this video right now. Today, AFC Sharky is setting the like goal.
Alright guys, can we
smash 69,000 likes, please?
Follow him now and subscribe to Zach and Jay. For real, they're two great guys and two great content creators. So yeah, sub to them and I'll see you guys very soon. Goodbye.